How you doing? Greetings and welcome to the basement. So you'll remember in an episode there not too long ago I finished up with my Philips C52 and I said that I would throw a little video together featuring some of the games I've been playing on it, because in the very last episode when I fixed it up and got it finally working, I also built a little multi-cart for it so I could sample some of the games that were available. And that little multi-cart has revealed to me the universe of all the games that are available on the old Philips C52. It's rebranded Magnavox Odyssey 2 in fact, and I was so impressed by it that I decided to throw this little video together so that you could see some of the titles that were available, and maybe if you were thinking about getting one of these systems in one of its forms, it would help you decide whether it was for you or not. Also on the multi-cart thing, I created a little instructable on how to build one, and there's a link to it then in the description below. So if you've got a Magnavox Odyssey 2, or if you've got a Philips C52 or a G7000 or a Jet 25, or any one of the guises that the system went under in different parts of the world, that multi-cart will work for you because it's actually the same hardware irrespective of what way it's branded. So that's enough babbling on. What's coming up for you now is about 8.5 minutes of gameplay footage featuring a number of different games on this old system. So without any ado whatsoever and without any more fanfare or parova, we'll get to it. Roll the tape, Pete. Now, this is a fun game. I really like this one. This guy here is KC's Chase. And the thing is, KC is chasing after that big yellow caterpillar. And what you have to do is eat the poor feckin' caterpillar. I mean, look, it's terrible when you think about it. Look at this. Imagine you're just going around a maze, minding your own business, and there's this little Munchkin-y type thing after you, and he's eating your ass, really. Look, that's what's going on. I'm eating that caterpillar's ass. And as he gets that, yeah, he's a little bit rough, but there you go. But it's a nice game. It's a kind of a variation. Well, it's not really Pac-Man, but you are in a maze, I suppose. But it's a nice little variation on a Pac-Man style game. What you do in each level, you avoid the baddie guys. You can eat the trees there, but you've got to eat all the portions that make up the caterpillar, and you're on to the next level. It is a fun little game. I've spent a long time playing this one as well. Okay, so taking a look at this, I'm sure you probably recognize it. It's after being released on many other systems. But this here, anyway, is the Odyssey 2 version of Demon Attack. That's right. So this game is impressive as well to me. You can see there's, the things are different colored and stuff. And it's basically the same gameplay. You're going left and right, and you're shooting. That's pretty much all you're doing in this game. Okay, we'll play through this little bit and talk about this crap here. Oh, look at these guys, they look like little octopuses. Hey, Octopussy, I just kicked your ass. Hey, little blue, yellow octopus people, I kicked your ass. Oh, look at. Okay, so this here is what I found quite impressive about this version, because I wasn't expecting it. When you shoot these particular enemies here, they come back as little birds, and they also beat the crap out of you, because I'm a bit crap at this game. But there you go. That there is our Demon Attack. Now, one other thing. This doesn't actually feature the very last level with the big gigantic demon. Okay, this game here has been compared to Donkey Kong on many levels because, well, really you're a little bit like Mario there with your hammer. But this guy here is called Pickaxe Pete, or Pickaxe Peter as I like to call him. Anyway, he's down in his mines on the Misty Mountains, and what he's doing is he's hacking boulders to try and get points. Now you'll notice that there's 3 doors. They're revolving doors, and if you go near them, you get kind of jerked away. So there's one on the bottom, one in the middle, one on the top. And every time 2 boulders smash together, one of 3 things will happen. Well, nothing at all will happen. Or you'll be presented with a key that will float to the top of the screen, or a pickaxe that will go to the bottom of the screen. And if you can pick up the key, I just got killed, and get to a door, you go on to the next level. That's pretty much what happens. It's a nice little game. It's a simple enough little game, but it's a fun game. So that's Pickaxe Pete. Now, I'm sure many recognize this guy. This guy here is Attack of the Time Lord. So I take it that guy there laughing at us in the beginning of the game is the Time Lord. But anyway, he attacks us with this kind of a string of centipede kind of, I don't know what the heck they are. and he shoots down crosses at us. I suppose they're supposed to be missiles. They look like crucifixes. But anyway, he shoots those down at us, and what happens is once you clear a level, he comes back again, and he shoots more stuff at us. Well, there's new projectiles. The actual aliens themselves don't change all that much, but there's new projectiles that are shot at us. It's a fun little game, this thing. But yeah, this is one of the games that worked with what was called the Voice, a kind of an add-on, speech synthesizer add-on. And that little Time Lord dude, he used to talk to you when you had that plugged in. But there you go, that's Attack of the Time Lord. So this game here is called Freedom Fighters, and what I like about it is little attention to detail on the ship. You'll notice that the little flame coming out of the back of it, it gets longer the faster you go, or the more you push the joystick in one direction, the longer it gets, which I thought was kind of cool. But in this game, what you got to do is you got to shoot everything. That's pretty much it. There are purple faces that turn up every so often, and those, I think, are little stranded astronauts or something that you have to collect in order to get points. So it's basically rack up points and try not to get killed. There's these kind of sun things that come after you that try to kill you, and they release white things that try to kill you, and you got to pick up the little faces and they won't try to kill you, and that's pretty much the game. And yeah, that's that. It's a fun little game again. I likes that little one too. It's KC Munchkin, and it's a variation on Pac-Man, and I think they actually got in trouble with Atari over this and had to take it off the shelves, which resulted in KC's Chase being released. But it's the same thing. You'll see that there are little power crystals there, them little changing colour-y ones that you have to pick up so that you can eat the ghosts, and the few dots that you have to pick up float around the screen constantly, so there's a little bit of variation on it. And you'll see that the guy in the middle there, the little enclosure he comes out of, or the ghosts come out of, that has its opening changing constantly as well. And yeah, so there's that little dot flying around the screen there that I have to try and pick up and eat, and the little ghosts trying to eat me at the same time. So there we go. That's that game. And it is a fun little one as well. I likes this little one too. Now, every system needs a version of Space Invaders, doesn't it? And well, this guy is absolutely no exception. Although you never saw you become a little man and run around on the bottom of the screen in Space Invaders. However, in this game you do. When your ship gets destroyed, you can trade one of your little barriers there for a new ship. And each time that happens, you need to trade a barrier, making the game a little harder and harder. But those little green guys in front that are the shields for the aliens, they can't be destroyed. And that little monster at the top is where the game gets its name. That guy there will come down and try to shoot your ass. So basically your game is over when you run out of ships and you're left just as a little man, and you're trying to avoid the inevitable where that little space monstery kind of eye thing with tentacles gets you, and that's game over. So it's a fun little game as well. It's one of the 2K games. It's a much more simple little one, but it's fun as well. But to be honest, I prefer Space Invaders. Okay, this guy here is called Showdown in 2100 AD, and it's for all you Western aficionados. So this guy here, I'm that red guy there, and I'm being shot at by the computer player. And you see that whenever we shoot at those mushroomy tree things, the bullets deflect. And the game is simplicity itself. You're trying to shoot the other player to rack up points, and the first one to get 10 points, I think, is the one that wins. And it's a nice, quick little game if you want to play something nice and quick. Pop her in and away you go. But it's a fun, very simple game. There you go. I like that little game too. Okay, and just to finish up, the game that probably everybody is familiar with, this guy here is Atlantis. And it came out also on the Atari 2600. That's where I know it from. But it's a very, very playable version of the very same game. You're just using your left and right and fire to control which gun turret fires, and you try and shoot all these little guys before they destroy the little underwater city of Atlantis underneath us there. Again, it's a simple game, but it's fun. It's just as good as the Atari version as far as I'm concerned anyway. And yeah, there you go. So that's pretty much a wrap up on the few games that I've been playing on this system. Just to give you a taste of what it can offer. So that's just a sample of some of the titles that are available on this system. And like I said before, if you were humming and hawing about getting one of these, I hope that it's kind of sealed you in one way or the other as to whether the system was for you or not. Apart from that, remember, if you want to make one of those multi-carts, link in the description. There'll be another video coming up in a little while. Also, don't forget about the whole liking, disliking, leaving a comment. Actually, that'd be, if you'd like to see more of this kind of video, which really I don't make very often, actually it's the very first one I've made of its kind, leave a comment below and let us know, or otherwise leave a comment and say, look, no Pete, don't do any more of it, please don't do any more of that. And yeah, if you haven't subscribed already, maybe you've made the right choice. One way or the other. Look, we'll talk to you in the next episode, where hopefully I'll be looking at the old data set, the C2N data set once more, to finish up that little thing for the old Commodore 64. Loading games, saving games, all that kind of thing using that. So we will talk to you in that video. In the meantime, take very good care of yourselves, and I'll be waiting for you down here in the basement. See ya. Bye bye.